Everybody, how are we doing? Welcome back. This is number 5. Somehow I've got to 5 and we've managed to find 5 friends, so this is good. Hopefully we can get to 10 at some point. But this week I've got HarryMTG. How are you doing, buddy?
Hello, I'm doing good.
You look like you're asleep. I just woke up. I hate my life.
What? That's racist. I've got Chinese eyes.
It's racist. I've got Chinese eyes.
Yeah.
Well, how's quarantine going? Obviously, someone cut their own hair recently.
yeah, that's true. A lot of people don't know, but I'm at university, so I've just been doing a bit of work, bit more streaming, bit more content than normal. Oh yeah, loads of people ask me about my hair actually, and no one really understands why. But my friend offered me £10 to shave it, and I was like, "Are you serious?" And he was like, "Yeah." So the next morning, I shaved it off, got a video, and I was like, "Yeah, I shaved off my hair," and he was like, well, I was kind of joking about the £10, but luckily, I managed to get the money, and that's why I shaved it.
I've seen people do a lot worse. I've done a lot worse to shave my head for £10. So, and £10 to uni people is a lot of money, right?
Well, it's not only that. It's like I think it's like 7. It was 7 months until I actually see any of them again, like university wise, like in person. That's my hair will grow back after that.
But you've also
it's free value.
That's like the what? 10, 15 people you know at uni. What about like the hundreds that you know online that watch you every time you stream, that listen to your podcast? These people will see you every day. They still know that you shaved your hair.
Yeah, I know. I was actually thinking about cutting my hair, so I was just like, it's free. Why not try? And maybe people will laugh, but it's cool. I don't care.
I think you should start growing a mustache, but that's just me.
Oh, I can't grow one. Yeah, I'm too young.
So awkward. All right, let's get straight into it. First question. When did you start streaming and why?
Oh, that's a good question. So I actually started. My first stream was like 2 years ago when I first got my laptop. So at the start, like the summer before university, I did I think 5 days of streaming of Mardu Pyromancer when I just got into Modern.
I'm trying to get that archetype back. It just is not happening. It's just not happening. I need Faithless Looting.
Yeah. So I did 5 days of streaming, and then it wasn't working. It was not that it wasn't working out. It's just a lot of effort. So then I took I didn't take a break. I quit, I guess, or I gave up. And then 8 months later, so that's a year ago, a year and 2 months maybe. Another summer before university, I think. Yeah. Before year. It's hard. I don't have a day. It's a year ago where I was like, I'm good at Blue Eye Control. I think I won a local tournament, and I was like, oh, let me just do a stream or two. And then my stream got 100 views the first stream or second stream. I was like, what the fuck?
Because no one plays Blue White online because it takes so fucking long.
Yeah.
All the Blue White players are like, oh my god, there's someone streaming, and they all just come out of the woodwork and love it.
Yeah, so then I was like, okay, I'll become the Blue White guy, and then that's when I just started streaming.
Just you and Doomswix, just in a room, you and Gab Nassif, and everyone just control. Yeah, this one time I countered this spell, and then a forced negation. Yeah, not my style, but anyway. All right, so that's it. Okay, so this one's going to be an easy question, which I hope. Where did your username come from?
Oh, this is a really good story. So my actual username, obviously, I've just taken Harry and added MTG on the end. But there's a reason why I made the account. I've never told this before. This is actually exclusive for your interview.
That's what I like to see. I like it. I like exclusives.
So I'm a massive troll, and I'm sure people know this. And I actually had an account before HarryMTG, which I'm not going to say the name of because it involves my password. But on the Magic channel, when they used to do GPs, people were just so they were really uptight about dumb people in the chat and stuff like that. So I'd play the dumb card. But I'd say things so dumb that multiple people just at me and just say you're so wrong. That's impossible because of this. So my most common troll was I would, in standard, when there were a set rotated out. It was the set with Embalm. The Amon Ket block rotated out of standard. Yeah. So I decided that the next standard GP, every 15 minutes, I'd put in the chat oh, why isn't this person playing Approach of the Second Sun in their blue-white deck? It's such a great win condition in standard, but obviously it's not in the format anymore. So then eventually I think the mods like caught on or something. I got banned. So I got banned from the Magic chats. I was like, oh damn, I can't chat anymore. So I was like, I gotta make a new Twitch account now. And then that's where HarryMTG came in. And
Get you.
that's why I made the account
That's actually a
HarryMTG.
good
That's
reason
the
to
name
have your
came
account
from.
out that way. That's cool. Because like
Yeah.
you know how people have the old email addresses from when you're like, you know, I suppose now when you were born, you probably had an email address when you were like 6 years old. But when I had it, so like people have addresses like, you know, Rockstar Demon, whatever, you know, like things that just had nothing relevant to this before it was cool when they were a little kid, and now they're like stuck with the same email address for the rest of their life. They're like, awesome. I actually had
Yeah.
to have mine banned when I was when I went to Iraq. They took all our details down, and I ripped down my email address, and
Uh-huh.
they told me there and then I had to change it. I wasn't allowed to keep that email address.
Oh
Um,
wow.
it was it was Lord of Cock Rings, and they were like,
Oh,
you're not allowed to have that. I was like, I've been using it for years to like change it. I was like, all right. So now I've
nice.
got a new one, but feel free to still email that because I don't know what the password for it anymore.
Oh, that sucks. Yeah. No, I think it's a really funny story. I've never told it before, but I was just massive troll. I got, and maybe I did like I did other trolls too. And yeah, it was just really funny.
Is your trolling where the easy clap came from?
The oh, where did Easy Clap come from? No, I just, I think once Gabs was streaming and he was like, "Oh, I should add Twitch.tv emote, no, better Twitch emotes," and then he was like, "Oh, we should have some easy claps in the chat." And then I was like, and then I think, oh, I don't know why. There was just one time where I just started like, there are phrases that I just pick up from like my friends and stuff that I'll just constantly say, like subconsciously, like not realize it. And easy clap was just so like,
Off
it's so
it
easy to
rolls off the
say.
tongue easy.
Yeah, yeah, it's like easy clap, like and it expresses so much in two short, words. So
So I think I have that problem. So not only when I stream it, when I'm with civvy mates, when I just talk to people in general, I like Marines. We've got our own slang and different words that mean things, and I say them like like everyone knows them, and they're like,
mm.
what, what are you talking about? Or sometimes people just go along with it and like, yeah, and then you're like, you don't know what I'm talking about, do you? But they're nice. All right, so that was nice and easy. So let's go with what is your favorite memory or achievement on Twitch so far? Twitch, not Magic.
Twitch. Oh my.
Getting modded by Gab.
Being able to maintain an audience, I guess.
Yeah,
I
that's
think I've managed to get 100 subs, which I thought was quite cool when I
100
was doing
subs is
full time.
fucking good, man.
When I was full time, well, like when I did full time this summer, I think I got like 80, 90, 100, something like that, which I thought was really cool.
Mate, I think that's sick personally. Like, I think I've only ever got to around like 50ish, but that's when I was streaming another game. So
Hmm.
I started streaming Magic Online. Then it was just like small fish, massive pond. So I jumped ship to another game that I was a
Hmm.
big fish in a small pond, but then that game died because the company fucking threw it under the bus pretty
What
much.
game was it?
It's called Age of Sigma. It's like a Warhammer
Oh,
like
right.
Games
No, I've never
Workshop
heard of
game,
it.
but like I was basically the Reed Duke of that game. I was so good at that game. Like
Jeez.
I took down the biggest events, everything. Like anyway, um, so I got when that was about. I basically I had like 60 subs, which is about the most I've ever had, and then uh, that when that got thrown in the bus, I played Arena for a bit, and then I was like, "Fuck this!" I'm playing Modern, and now I'm on the MTGO package, and never
Oh,
looking
wow.
back ever, ever.
Actually, I want to change my accomplishment.
Oh, go for it.
I, so the 90 subs, whatever, that's all cool, but that's like you can like if you grind and do Twitch long enough, eventually you'll get that. I think the coolest thing was the whole podcast midweek metagame is all through Twitch chat. It was all made through Twitch chat, and that's because Patrick Robertson on the podcast, I met him through Gab's chat. And then when Gab found out that we started the podcast through the chat, and then like obviously we're friends with him, he was like, "Oh, can I hop on?" And then yeah, so it
Is
was
that
all
how it
through
came?
Twitch.
I was going to get onto
Yeah,
this
yeah.
later on. So let's talk about it now. So obviously you do a podcast, weekly podcast with Gavin, who is MPL player, Hall of Fame player, Mr. Yellow Hat himself, one of the original streamers of Magic. Full stop, if you ask me. And I always wondered what's the link between you starting a podcast with Gavin because it's not like you're even in the same country. You just
Yeah.
play control decks, and I was like, there's got to be more than two people that play control decks. So it's because you two. So you started in his chat. You met someone. Uh, So I keep forgetting his name. Gav, did you say?
Patrick.
Patrick, that's it, from SpongeBob. That's how I remembered him last time. So you and Patrick started because you just chatted. We're chatting in his stream. Then you PM'd each other and we're like, let's start a podcast. You're like, yeah, okay, cool. And then you brought it up in Gab's stream and he was like, get me on. And then you guys were like, fucking Roger will get you on.
It's like a lot longer than that. So like Pat and I met over the course of like maybe like 6 months. So I think it was maybe like a year and a half ago. I won quite a big tournament and I tweeted about it and Gab brought it up on stream. And then Patrick PM me or something, or like he put something in the chat and it gave me a reason to message him on Twitch about it. And we started talking. And then Pat told me like how he made a finals of a GP and stuff. And I was all amazed. I was like, whoa, I'm talking to a GP finalist, you know, like, and then I added him on Twitter, and then we started DMing every now and then on Twitter. And then eventually I was like, oh, do you have Facebook? I don't know Facebook. And then Patrick was like, he wanted to be a guest on my previous podcast, the Birthing Podcast, which only real OGs that have watched me know about, which was like a podcast I made with two of my good friends that live in Reading. And then that podcast actually fell apart when Pat and I were trying to organize an episode where he comes on. And he was like, well, it's fallen apart. Why don't we just start a podcast? Like, we'll do 3 episodes or something. And if it fails, you know, we'll just push off to the side. But if it does well, we'll keep rolling with it. And then after the second episode or the first episode, Gab found out through Twitter. And then he was like, oh, I feel a bit left out. And then we were like, well, if you want to hop on, we'll take you with open arms. And that was when Gab joined the team.
Easy. Have you been on a team yet? Have you three done a team event together?
Me, Pat, and Gab? No. We've never even like been in the same place as 3 at the same time. We've all been in the same GP hole, but we didn't know
that'd be pretty swag, like, you know, getting you three like on like a trio sealed or something like that at a GP. That'd be pretty cool. So while we're on the subjects to the podcast, where did you get the name for that from? Midweek. Oh,
midweek metagame. That's a good
midweek.
Question.
It comes out midweek, or who came up with the name?
So Pat's big thing with starting the podcast is he wanted to do it like at a consistent time every week, so he can organize it around work. And I wanted to have a place, like a consistent place of content, right? Because my streaming schedule is quite weird. My YouTube upload schedule is quite weird. I wanted a place where people could go every, let's say Thursday, Wednesday, whatever, where they can find something from me. So Pat and I agreed on a Wednesday we'd upload, and then we'd try and record it on like Sunday, Monday, or Tuesday. That would be the plan. Like always upload it Wednesday and try and record it one of the days before. And we were just spewing out names. So at that time, Pioneer didn't exist, and I was saying like midweek. Oh, I don't even remember. It was like midweek whatever, and then we decided midweek modern, which was amazing.
Yeah.
And then literally 2 weeks after midweek modern, like our first 2 episodes, Pioneer got announced. And we're like, well, this is awkward because we obviously want to talk about Pioneer because, like, you know, we're all playing it and stuff like that, but midweek modern. So then our friend was like, why not just change it to midweek metagame? Like, it makes so much sense. We can even talk about standard and legacy now, or limited if we want to, and we can just do whatever. And it's the podcast topic is in the title, which is what's sick. Like midweek, it's every Wednesday. Metagame, it's like the metagame of Magic.
It's sweet. It's a good podcast. If you haven't checked it out, make sure you're listening. Like I listen to it, so you know it's got to be good. I don't waste my time on rubbish.
Yeah.
Right. Next was, so when you stream, how long are your streams normally? A league, 2 leagues, a whole day, a tournament until you tilt. What's the?
Honestly, like every time I stream, I think I was like, oh, I want to play 2 leagues. 2 leagues is like my goal, but normally 4 hours is where I start getting tired or like just pissed off at people.
That's like 2 rounds playing control though. You get one control mirror and that's you. That's the stream.
I'm quite a fast control player, I think, but like two leagues is normally like my max on Magic Online. What's funny is I did an arena stream last week and I went 6.5 hours and didn't feel tired. I ended the stream just because I wanted to eat, and like, oh no, I even ate on the stream. I just ended the stream because I guess I just got bored. But arena is so much easier to stream than Magic Online. That's the thing.
Oh, for me, you don't have to worry about like when to do things, triggers. It's just like, yeah, it automatically makes you click OK to respond. Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, it's like it's so much easier and less stressful. I think that's also a big thing. You're not playing for like a lot of money.
Yeah, you're not playing for it.
So
It's not even like swag either, is it? It's just like, oh, lost one, cool. And if something
yeah,
doesn't go your way for you, like, yep, cool, concede next. Yep, cool. You don't care.
yeah,
I always call it the gateway drug arena. Like it's the gateway drug to MTGO. And
yeah. I like that.
like as soon as someone like when you get into Magic, you'll go from arena. You're like, yeah, cool. And then when you're really into Magic, you're like, let me just try this little game over here that all the cool kids are playing, and all the old people in the corner. But all right, how do you mix your work-life balance and streaming? So obviously you're at university, so you do nothing, and you just stream all the time and make content. You fail your first year at university, and then you'll have to actually start studying. No, I joke. Go carry on.
That's a good question. So, I think, like if what I treat as is like a part-time job. So like whenever someone who doesn't know about Magic, don't know me, like they ask like, oh, do you have a part-time job? I just say yeah. And if they say, oh, what do you do? Oh, I tutor. Because like I used to do math tutoring, but I'd also say like I just have 2 tutoring jobs where one's maths and one's whatever, and where the second tutoring job is streaming. Obviously, it's not really a job, but yeah, you just treat it like a job. You allocate hours every week. So like the podcast takes me 3 hours. So that's like my baseline. And then like I was trying to do 1 stream a week, 1 YouTube video a week was a really good goal. But it's important to make sure that streaming doesn't get in the way. You should treat it as like a hobby, and you're doing it for fun, not to earn money. That's why I actually had a real job, like tutoring maths, so that I didn't have to rely on streaming for money.
Yeah, I spoke about this many times. Like to make a living out of streaming, you gotta fucking be one of that like 0.0% people that just get lucky, hit the ball running, and you know you've got something different that just people pick up on because it's a big pond right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and,
definitely.
we're just bottom feeders. That's what it is. Someone one day will go for the roof. Okay, well that's so. Basically, your life is you have your life. You do university. 1 time a week you try and do YouTube. 1 time a week you do a podcast. 1 time a week you do a stream. Nice and easy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, well, not easy, but you know, there's a lot of hours go into making of YouTube video. A lot of hours go into streaming that you don't see. People just think you just click the on button and go. But you got you got to do the title. You've then got to rent the deck if you've got to rent the deck. You've got to make sure the deck's on. You've got to make sure everything's working when it's set up. You've got to make sure your chat and everything's going, the sound levels. It's just so much work that goes into it that people don't understand. The more you do it, the quicker it becomes. But when you first start, you're like, holy shit.
Yeah.
The fuck's going on?
Exactly.
Okay. How did you get into Magic? This is going to be a killer, I can imagine.
So I was on my town's chess team, and I was playing a load of chess. I was playing I remember like days where I'd come home from school, play 4 hours of chess, and then go to sleep, something like that. Like I was playing loads of chess, and my parents wanted to buy me a chessboard, like a really nice one, like a wooden, like handmade or whatever. Yeah. And there was a store in my town that sold them, so we went to buy one. And they had like a staircase behind the counter, and like people were going up and down the staircase. And like, oh, you know what's upstairs? And like, oh, we're playing board games. And then they said like, oh, we play Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, and Magic. And obviously I knew Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh. I didn't know what Magic was. And then I think like my brother was with me, and a guy that my brother knew came into the store. And my brother's like, oh, hey, how's it going? What are you doing? He's like, oh, I'm going upstairs to play Magic. And, you know, I was like, oh, well, that guy's kind of older, you know, like Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh is like for, you know, like, I thought it was for kids. Obviously, older people play it. But so I was like, oh, I'll look into it. And then, I don't know. I think I downloaded Magic Duels because it was free on Steam. There's an old game. It's like the old arena. It's actually like you can't even play it anymore. And
I remember so you got that. You used to get a free Scavenger News promo or something like that from if you downloaded it and took the code to your local game store, they'll give you one of the promo Scavenger Newses.
Wow.
I think that's how I got it. I'm pretty sure that's the way. I'm sure someone will tell me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
Jeez, I'm jealous. But then me and my brother played that, and we're like, oh, this is cool. and then we ordered one of those, like not the dual decks, but there's like a deck builders kit, I think. We
Yeah.
ordered that off Amazon. Um, I don't advise that. You should support your local game store, but
You didn't
yeah,
know any
and then we
better at
just
the
started
time.
playing. Yeah, we just started playing, and then I fell in love.
Does your brother still play?
No, he dropped it really fast. It was like maybe like 2 weeks after he was like, I don't want to play it anymore. I was like, why? He's like, no, I just don't want to play. I was like, okay.
To be
And then
fair, he's
I
playing
just
against a math genius. So you probably just kept beating him. You're like, yeah, this game's loads of fun, Harry. Cheers. I'll see you in a bit, mate.
yeah. No, it's I was like, okay. And then I just like I kept going back to the store and I actually went upstairs to play, which is cool, and made loads of friends there, kept playing and kept rolling with it.
That's the thing that I think people, especially, we can't do it right now because we're all locked down quarantine, but playing Magic is definitely playing with other people not online. I know like we both stream and stuff like that, but playing paper Magic to me is so much better. Just going to a GP is literally like a weekend away, like a holiday. It's like a 5-day holiday.
Yeah.
Sometimes you fly to other countries or you travel X amount of hours, you get there, you're staying in hotels with your mates, you go out for food, you have a laugh, you play a card. It's definitely worth, if anyone watching this just plays Arena and you haven't actually been to an event yet, find your local game store, go to F&M, speak to anyone there. Magic players are all friendly, pretty much 99% of them, and yeah, go from there. It's definitely worth doing, in my opinion. I'm hooked, so I have to say that.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, Harry, it's time for you to be vain. Why should people watch you? Why watch you over Yamakiller?
Oh wow, okay. First thing is I'm a lot better than Yama Killer. He's like got no clue what he's doing. He's got all his PT invites from Lux, so just don't watch
Everyone
him.
knows that, right?
Yeah. I'm joking. Yama Killer's really good. I think that someone should watch me if they want to improve their game. So like if they want to improve the way that they think. And that's why I didn't play it. Okay, rest in peace. Now I have one draw step for rest in peace, chat. One draw step. Everyone focus. Focus. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. And here it is. Oh! If they want to improve how they approach matchups, sideboarding, keeping a mulliganing, what you should bottom from a mulligan. It's not a good hand. It's fine. I'd only keep this on the play, not on the draw. Oh, Thoughtseize? They should definitely do that. I definitely think people with open minds should watch me. If you're closed-minded and you're not looking to learn, then I don't know if you should watch me, because I get a lot of people like that on my channel. Like they'll come in and be like, "No, I would have mulliganed that hand. You didn't draw a spell. You kept a 5-liner, didn't draw a spell, so it's bad."
Chat's always right, unless
yeah.
they're wrong. It's like you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's horrendous being a streamer. Especially you do one thing and then you get 6 people shouting at you. No, you should have done this. You would do this, and you're like,
Yeah.
cool. And then you got to try not to like. You can't just shout at them, right? You're not. I mean, that's like the biggest way to suicide. Not that I'd ever want. I haven't wanted to shout at anyone yet, but it's like some people can grip your tits. I think I've had one guy recently in like the last year that really gripped my tits in my chat, and I was just like, "Yep, I did it because of this." Like, and just like, "Yep, cool." I was probably too for something else anyway, but yeah. Other than
If
that,
people are like continuously dumb, I actually will just ban them, because well, it depends. If you're like, I would have forced a negation that, and then I explain, well, I would force a negation that, but it's public information that they have this card, so I need to hold it for that. Something like this, then that's fine. You're here to learn. But if you say like, I would have forced a negation that, and then I tell you why I didn't with the reason, and then you still go with it, and then you're just not like open-minded, then I'll just ban you, because like, you're here to learn, you're here to watch my stream. I'm sacrificing my full concentration on the game to try and teach you, or like trying to improve your, like give you my thoughts and things like this, like that. You're just wasting my time, you know what I mean? Because ultimately to stream, you have to dedicate some energy to talking out loud. I think a lot of people don't realize this. For me to go, okay, I'm going to play my land, then I'm going to tap out for Jace, then I'm going to brainstorm, that requires a lot of thought process to also play Magic. So like a lot of people think like, oh, it's so easy. It's such an easy line. Just play Teferi and bounce that card. Well, I'm also trying to articulate my thoughts. Maybe in my head, I already know I'm going to play Teferi and going to bounce, but I want to teach people that, that
I get
don't
you.
see that why. And a lot of people in chat like don't get that, or maybe they're impatient or just intolerant. So that's why I ban. But getting back to the question, because we are on the question of if you want to, why should I watch my stream or my content? Just you want to learn, you want to get better at Magic, you want to see somewhat of a wide variety of control decks, control strategies. I also tend to play the best deck in formats that I think. So if you want to stay ahead of the curve, I'm always trying to play decks that we discuss on the Metagame podcast to give them a test, because I do have to talk about the best decks sometimes. Then definitely come check out my content. It's for that.
Nice and easy. One question for me. It's not on my list. This question for me is, where are you from?
Oh yeah, yeah. I was actually born where I live right now. I was born in Reading, but then my parents moved to Canada for 10 years, and then we came back.
Like, I swear to God, if someone had a gun to my head and went, "Where are you from?" and
Would you
if it
say
wasn't, if
Ireland?
it wasn't Bristol, you know what I mean. You have got the
Oh, Bristol.
you sound just like you're from Bristol. It's unreal.
Oh, really? Okay.
It's honestly, I genuinely thought you were from Bristol until you told me that you were like, no, I'm Canadian. I'm like, fuck off. You're not Canadian. You literally, you sound just like some from people from Bristol. Anyway, not there's nothing wrong with that, but the fact that you're not from there and have that accent. Anyway, next question. uh, do you listen to music on your stream? Do you have music on your stream? I didn't think
I
you did.
sometimes I listen, but I don't play it through the stream because YouTube gets you into trouble for that.
There's a way around that, by the way, that Chief told me that I can show you on OBS. As in, so it only records when you press record on OBS, it only records certain things, and you can block the background music. So whatever you're playing on your stream or YouTube or whatever at the same time, that all gets blocked out, and the only sound they hear is your mic. Yeah, it's
Oh,
good.
sick! That's sick.
That's,
Okay, yeah, you have to show me that.
I'll show you after this.
That's sick.
That's another thing. Streamers help each other out. It's how we do things. All right. It's hard learning by yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and on that one, what advice do you give to others who want to start streaming? When you started, do you wish someone came to you and was like, "This is the one thing that really caught me up"? Like, what's the one thing that you just went, "Fuck, that took ages to do. I wish someone could show me how to do that."
Just one thing, or can it be multiple things?
It could be one thing, or it could be multiple.
I've actually thought about this question because I've actually watched all 5 interviews. Hey,
4 interviews, maybe 5. You're the 5th. It's awkward. Carry on.
Oh, whoops. Sorry, I had 5 stuck in my. Well, I've actually already watched this interview because I'm from the future. But
Ninja. You're in it. You're that far into the interview. You're in it.
No, I'm kidding. So I think if I had to give one piece of advice, just one piece of advice, that's to diversify where you upload your content and to expand on that. So I think that if you actually seriously want to be a streamer, like you're not just doing it for fun to stream to a few mates, by diversify your content, I mean, like, if you look at my content and you say, what do you think Harry is as like a Magic content creator? You can say podcast, YouTube, or Twitch streamer. You can say all 3 quite confidently. Podcast, I do a podcast every week. Do a Twitch stream every week. Do a YouTube video every week. Do a card market video every week. And it's like, if you think of it like a tree, right? If you only have one branch on a tree, which is your Twitch stream, you're far less likely to get seen by someone. But if you have a podcast, YouTube, Twitch stream, then you've got way more avenues for people to find you. And also, like, if you watch any of my content, at the beginning and the end, I always shout out another bit of content. So, like, each bit is, like, supporting each other. It's like
Maybe
my
I should do
podcast.
that. I don't do that. I don't shout out other things yet. I shout out on stream. Mainly I use my stream to tell people to go to other things. And then, like, I don't have a podcast, but I do the YouTube and that. And I tell them to bounce off each other. But it's more where I post them. Like, that's where the content goes. But I'll go, like, if I'm playing Death Shadow, I'll go into the Death Shadow Facebook group and be like, look, guys, I'm playing Death Shadow. If you want to watch it, I'm live now. Or
that's
Discord.
also really good.
Chief was telling me about Reddit recently. He said, like, I should start doing some stuff on Reddit, because I don't use Reddit at all. Do you use Reddit?
I tried. It's a weird platform. I don't understand how to shout yourself out on it because there's so many, like, I don't know. I just haven't looked into it.
Yeah, I haven't. But maybe, if you're into that, if that's whatever platform you use, basically, imagine there's millions of people using each platform. If you use 1 million plus 1 million is 2 million. You know what I mean? It's quick quick math.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
you know, Harry's a math genius, so that's why.
Yeah.
So that's your bit of advice.
Yeah, well, I have
Diversity
some
and spread
more.
it out. Go on.
I think there's a lot of mistakes that people make. So I think a lot of people get caught up on numbers.
It's one thing I got
So
told straight off the bat is don't look at your viewers, don't look at
yeah,
numbers, because you're not going to do it overnight. It's that
yeah,
you're really not going to do it overnight. It's
yeah. Well, I think the main reason is, so let's say I'm a new streamer and I start my stream, I look and I see the view count is one viewer, and maybe I get rated by, I don't know, aspiring spike. Boom, I've now got 100 viewers from my first stream. Awesome. And then I get 50 followers, and then the next stream I go and I have 3 viewers. I'm going to be a lot less happy than the last stream. But not only that, those 3 viewers watching you are going to see that you're not happy, not enjoy the stream, and maybe not come back.
yeah,
So
true.
that's the biggest thing. Like, a lot of the time, even now, like, maybe I get 60 viewers a stream. There was a time where I really wasn't happy about, Twitch, like the numbers stuff. It's so I always, like, 90% of the time now, my viewers hidden. Like, I'm happy that people watch me, like people come in and say hi from the start of the stream, but it's quite a toxic mentality to keep track of numbers, and that's actually a mistake I made. So it's important to not get caught up on all that. And another thing to also not get caught up on is very common in Magic. It's sponsors. Like, everyone on Twitter, everyone's always looking for sponsors. Sponsors, oh, I want to sponsor, blah blah blah. That's like, it's like a bad mentality to have as well, because I would say I was semi big. Like, when I was averaging 100 views full time, I still didn't have like a decent sponsor. It's only after so long that Card Market picked me up, and still I was lucky to get that. Magic, there's not many sponsors out there.
There's not much money in Magic, I don't think, unless you're like one of the big ones. Like, look at Spike. Spike's fucking blown up this year. Like, he has had probably the best year of any streamer, I'd say. Like, as in not being on the MPL, not being an SCG star, also just coming from it being I say average Joe to like a big Magic Twitch streamer. He's just blown up, but he's a super nice guy. But if you speak to him about it, he's like, I don't want to be sponsored yet. Like, I'm waiting to build my stream to what I want it to be, and then once it's there, I'm gonna, then I'll look for offers. But it's not where I want it to be yet. And
you know what I find crazy about Aspiring Spike is, so there was a time where I was bigger than Aspiring Spike, and I would raid him. Now, when I was rating the Aspiring Spike with 10 viewers, is exactly the same person as the Aspiring Spike I watched with 300 viewers.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what I find is so amazing about him, is that he literally has not changed, like at all, because he was so great at the start that he's big now and still hasn't changed. Because obviously he did not care about that 10 viewers in the chat or whatever. And he still does not care about in a numbers way, he does not care about the 300 viewers in the chat now. And that's why I think Aspiring Spike is one of the best streamers on Twitch for Magic.
I think he's awesome. Like, I think he comes up a lot in the stream, in these videos, because he's just, if you want to have a plan outline of where you want a goal to get to, Spike is a very good place to get to. And he's only getting bigger. You know what I mean? He's not going to fall off. He's almost at the point where I think he's part-time now. I think in fact, I'll touch word, he's going to end up going full-time, I reckon. He's good enough to go full-time and sustain a living off Twitch. I don't think maybe by the end of this year. Maybe by the end of this year he'll do it. He's crazy. And that's an anomaly. That's that 0.0% that I told you about. It's nuts. But, good on him. He's a sound lad. I say, same as you. When he was not as big, maybe even I watched him when you raided him. Something like that. Like, I remember how I fell into into him. Do you know what it was? Because he's a very fucking good deck builder. Very good deck builder. He just sees cards differently to me anyway. And he built a Yawgmoth 4-color deck, toolbox deck. And then I saw it on where did I see it? Maybe I saw it somewhere. Maybe Twitter. Got it, played it, 5-0'd with it. Once when I typed in chat, I was about to go 5-0. He jumped in the stream, was like, oh, hey, started talking to me then. Then Saffron Olive picks the deck up, did a deck tech of it because I 5-0'd of it. Then he played it on stream, and I was like, every comment and everything that came up here, I was like, no, it was a Aspiring Spike. And not that I directed anything to him, but I always give credit to whoever builds the decks I play. And do you know he built Blue Red Phoenix? back with
Did he?
Faithless Looting. He's the
Wow.
Blue Red Phoenix 0.1. You know, he's the guy.
No way, that's
At least-
sick.
At least that's what it says in his bio, and I believe it because we spoke about it before a minute. But yeah, hopefully I'm going to get him on this stream at some point. He's a bigger streamer. He's got a lot going on. But that's a long fucking question. That was a long way of what things to not do, or you know, advice for new people. So we'll move on to another one. We said that one. Okay, who do you love to watch on Twitch right now? Spike.
Ooh.
Done. Next.
Huh? Sorry, what?
Aspiring Spike. We know that one. Who else?
Oh yeah.
Give me two more. Two people that you like watch more than most.
Well, I watch Gab a lot.
Of course, you watch Gab.
I think I watch Gab like 5 hours a week, maybe. I've earned over like 150k channel points on this channel.
Nice. Maybe I should change this question in the future to who are the 3 channels you have the most channel points with.
That's good.
Maybe
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
change
yeah.
that. So Gab, Spike.
And I watch a lot of. Does it have to be Magic streamers?
No, you're crazy.
No, I'm getting into like a lot of poker. So I've been watching a lot of. I can't say his name properly. His name's Lex Veldhuis. He's a poker player from the Netherlands. He's the biggest poker streamer. He's really good, and I've learned a lot from him. So
I'm actually so I do like MTGA coaching, and the guy I've just got a new customer, and he's like a professional poker player. Like that's his living, and he's done that since he was 17. He was telling me.
Wow.
He's like I think he's in his 30s now, but he like travels all around the world of it. He was telling me how he made 200 grand when he was 17. I was like, what? Like he's really good at it, and he plays arena now. Not like full time, just in like to basically take breaks in between playing poker, because I imagine that can grind on him. And it amazes me. Like he picks everything up obviously super quick. He knows the card games, knows numbers really well. But poker, I enjoy watching poker. I keep telling him he needs to teach me properly how, because if I can get good at poker, I can really school the lads. Like when we go away on tours and we're all playing poker, I can make a lot of money.
Oh yeah. No, I've been trying. I'm down like £200 on like $250 for those on poker, because it's such a complicated game. But that's like, I'm actually positive in the casino, because the people at the casino are just old people who have nothing better to do with their money.
Or drunk.
But yeah, that's also another one. But online is really fucking hard. Like I think I'm just gonna stay to the casino, because the people there, I'm gonna be not gonna lie, they're like not very good. So
you see MTG or HarryMTG come in the chat. They're like, Roger, let's farm him. It's good, right?
yeah.
Next one. Where can people find you? We have spoke about this. So you've got Twitch, you've got a Discord, you've got a YouTube, you've got a Twitter. Do you have an Instagram?
No.
I reckon you should get an Instagram with that new haircut. You'll show off more.
Well, I have one, but it's personal.
It's personal. And what am I missing? Do you have a TikTok? That's like thing now, apparently. Not me either.
No. Everywhere HarryMTG. If I have a like an account on that social media, it'll be HarryMTG.
He'll send them all to me. They'll be in the links below. Nice and easy. Go down there, click and follow, sub.
Oh, thanks,
Give him abuse. Troll him. Tell him old standard cards and decks.
Yeah, that's the funny thing. I troll, but I'm bad at taking troll. Well, if I know it's a troll, I won't like care. But some people, if they're creative with their trolls, you can get under my skin.
Okay. This is, I think you know what the EXP stands for in my name. Some people don't, but I know that you do. Even though you did mess it up once when we did a versus. So me and Harry do a versus sometimes. We're trying to do one more, but and you said it was the Will Hall
Experiment.
That's the one. I was like, it's really awkward. So like introduces to his whole like audience on YouTube. Yeah, this is the Will Hall experience. I can't remember what the fuck it is. Like,
Experiment.
Mine just rattles off the tongue. You see, I can't fuck it up if I try.
Experience.
Okay. Well, I suppose that answers the question. So people that know it, I'm going to try and get them to make give me a different answer. But you were like the originator of this answer.
The Will Hall explosion. That would be mine.
just me just blowing up on stream. Okay. Right, we've got to the quick fire pit. You know
Okay.
what's coming? Quick fire questions. I'm going to ask you a question. You're going to say one or the other. No thinking about it.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
Favorite format?
Modern.
Favorite color or wedge in Magic?
Blue eye.
What is your favorite Pokemon?
A Dragonite.
Coke or Pepsi?
Pepsi.
Ooh, you're the first person to choose Pepsi. Marvel or DC?
I don't watch either. I don't even know. The one with Spider-Man, Marvel, right?
Who's better, you or Yamakiller?
Yeah, I'm a killer.
What is he like bullied people recently? No one said Yamakiller, and now like last week's Floopy said it. This week you said it. Okay. Right, last little bit. You got to complete the sentence, and I've got rid of the hashtag one. You'll all be happy to hear because it's just so much admin to describe it. So finish this sentence. I am going to win.
A GP.
Everyone should follow you because.
I'm unique.
Shout out to.
Midweek metagame.
I knew you'd say that. I would rate this interview a
11 out of 10.
11 out of 10. Then get better. Okay, right. So as you've watched the other one, so you know how this works. It's going to be a bit like an ice bucket challenge. You need to nominate two other streamers, MTG streamers, and I will try and get them on. If you give me two, there's a chance of me getting one. Maybe you're my into Gab. Now nominate Gab, and I'll be like, oh, hey Gab, yeah, Harry told me that you can wear that yellow hat of yours.
Okay, sure. I'll nominate Gab, and has anyone nominated a Sparring Spike yet?
I don't think no one's nominated him yet. No.
I'll nominate a Sparring Spike too.
Okay,
There. I'll give you two big names.
That's two really big names.
Okay, I'll give you them and Sodek.
Oh yeah, that's another one. Who?
There you go. There's your three.
That's not only three big streams, but three really good players. Like that's a Dredge Master, a Brew Master, and arguably, and a Hall of Famer. So that's I'll try my best, chat. I'll try my best. Well, that's it. It's the end of the interview. If you want one last platform, you've got 30 seconds to tell anyone in the world anything you want to say that's going to watch this. So maybe about 10 people will watch this, but go crazy. You got 30 seconds. Go.
Thank you so much for making this Foreign Will's video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Will's channel. Will streams weekly, or actually most days.
Yeah, do it. It's because I'm not at work.
Yeah, don't forget, comment down below if you thought anything was funny. And make sure you like the video.
Easy. It's like he does this professionally on his stream. And I'm like, so one to throw out there, just to end on, because why not, is your YouTube channel. It's not just MTG content. Like there's videos of you going to GP, so it's just like vlogging. If you've never been to a GP, you can look at that and you can see how busy they are, what it's like, etc. And I'm looking into that. I keep telling you this because I'm looking to buy a camera at the minute to do that. But it's not just Magic content. Look at there you go. He's got it.
Sorry, continue.
I need to get one of them.
Smile.
I'm gonna do this every time until it takes a photo. Everyone just wants photos of this mustache because they can't do it while we're in quarantine. But it's all good. Yeah, that's it. Cheers for jumping on, bro. Like, there's nothing more to say. Nothing more for me. Nothing more from you. Make sure everyone, if you've got balls, check them because if you don't check your balls, you might die one day. It's a thing.
Don't forget to brush your teeth.
Say it again.
Don't forget to brush your teeth.
Don't forget to brush your teeth. After Floopy's one last week, yeah, it's the actual thing. Don't forget to brush your teeth. All right, cheers, buddy. Thanks for jumping in, and see everyone later on. Bye.
Wait. Don't I have to do the thumbnail?
Oh fuck! How have I not got the thumbnail? You are a hero. Imagine if we didn't do the thumbnail. Fuck. Do you know why it was? It's because I wrote a new set of questions, and I haven't put the thumbnail on here. Oh. Right, let me write that in there. You've literally saved this whole thing. And you've been practicing, obviously, because you're like, where's the thumbnail?
No,
So, people don't know the thumbnail. It originated with Squad Chief. He has a emote, which is Saffron Olive doing an orgasm face, like this. It'll be right below me. And every week, the thumbnail for that video is the person doing the saffron olive orgasm
Oh.
face. I will screenshot it, and that is going to be what it is. Are you ready, Harry MTG, for this?
Yeah.
I'm so happy that you caught that. Like, I was literally about to end the stream. Okay, ready? Go for
Yeah.
it. Got it. I got
Did
it.
you get it?
I'll get that edit out, and yeah, now we can end the stream because that's. I've never done this before.
Yeah.
All right, guys. See you later on. Have fun. Cheers, Harry. There's an end button here somewhere. There it is.